Hi crafters, it's Hand Stamp by Cheryl. It's Thursday at noon and you're probably working or maybe you're on a lunch break. So I thought I would pop in if you have your lunch and you want to eat along with me. I was just so excited to show you some of the new things that are coming. Up here you have my April host code. So as always, if you ever want to place an order online, and it's under $150 at checkout, if you use the host code, I will send you some happy mail. So that's always fun. But what I wanted to share with you is a little bit about the new annual catalog, which is coming on May 4th. And so I'm so excited. I have my copy here. I'm getting ready to take it to like Office Max later this afternoon to have the spine cut off, and then put a spiral bind on it so it's just easier to flip through and it lays flat. It only costs a couple dollars. So I think it's a good thing to do since this catalog lasts a whole year, but it's coming a month earlier than normal. And so it's sort of causing me a little bit of thought to think about how it's coming early. But anyhow, I can show you the front cover, but I cannot show you inside yet. But I do have copies on hand. So if you are not a demonstrator and you would like to get your hands on a copy, I will have them at events starting tomorrow. So tomorrow night, I'm having craft night here in Indianapolis from 7 to 11. And on Sunday, I'm having card class from 1 to 4. So if you come to either of those events, I will have your annual catalog ready. So when I get an annual catalog, the first thing I do is I sit down and I make my big wish list. And I just sort of jot down anything that catches my eye and is more than one page long, and I'm going to keep adding to this, I'm sure. And then as a demonstrator, we get to pre-order products early. So we can't order everything out of this catalog. So they give us a list. It's like 10 pages long, and well, that sounds like it's a lot. It's not too much, but it's plenty. So I then cross-reference that list with my wish list, and if they match, then I go ahead and order them. So my order arrived yesterday, and I wanted to show you what I got. But before we get started, I'm going to show you a couple of things that I added to my order that are not new. They're actually currently available, but now that I know they're carrying over to the next catalog, I decided to go ahead and get them. So these are called square doilies. They're vellum, and it looks like there are 24 in a pack. And I haven't opened them yet, but what I did see are people cutting them up and then using the edges like as a border along a card or something. So that could be really pretty. The other thing you can do is you can color these using our alcohol markers. And we're going to be talking about alcohol markers here in a minute because I got a bunch of new ones. But square doilies are carrying over. So I went ahead and bought some of those. Another thing that's carrying over that I was on the fence about, but now that I know that it's staying around, I went ahead and got them. These are called the Stitch with Whimsy dies, and they don't cut, they just add stitching in sort of a haphazard fashion. So there are 6 dies in this set, and the second to biggest one I've been using a lot lately, just sort of as a border around like a front on a card. So those will be carrying over. You can get them now, but they'll be around for at least another year. Another thing that's in our spring catalog that I found is carrying over. So I went ahead and made the plunge and got this cute little set. It's called Welcoming Window. And the dies here make, the window and then some shutters right here, and then a bunch of flower pots. There's a pitcher, and then a windowsill or a flower box with some flowers. So we are going to be using this in my May events. So there's one that says, hope you have a wonderful Mother's Day. So if you needed a Mother's Day card, that would be a good option. But there are other ones that are just more friendship and thank you based. It also could be a cute welcome card for somebody that moves in the neighborhood or something like that. So this is currently available, but it's carrying over. And so here is the card that I made that we're going to be making at May events. So I thought it was really simple, but just a unique look. So I embossed down here with a brick embossing folder and then just use that stamp set. So thought that was cute. All right, now let's talk about the new in colors. That's probably my favorite thing that I do in a pre-order. So I got all of the colors, and if you are watching, I see Bonnie there. Hi, Bonnie. Happy birthday yesterday, by the way. Hope you had a great day. You had great weather, a lot better than today, so that's good. I think it was yesterday. But these are our new in colors. So every year we get 5 new colors and 5 leave. So here are the 5 new ones. And when you pick up your catalog, I'm going to be making you little bookmarks, and I'm going to be putting the colors here so you can see them in person, because sometimes they look different in person than they do in the catalog. Okay, so when I'm showing you these, I would like you to comment below and let me know which one is your favorite. I love seeing everyone's favorites. So this is called Polish Pink. This is the cardstock. This is Pale Papaya. Evening Evergreen. Soft Succulent. And last one is Fresh Freesia. Am I saying that right? Okay, so these are packs of 24 sheets of the same color, but don't forget we have variety packs. So this has 4 sheets of each of the 5 colors. So I always like to have a full pack on hand plus some extras that I'm working with over in my stash. So these are the 5 colors. And then, of course, I got all the other products to go with them. So here are the 5 ink pads for the in colors. And then, obviously, anytime you buy the ink pad, you always want to buy the ink refill with it. Because, again, these are only here for 2 years, so they'll be retiring. And you'll want to have that available to rejuice it when it runs dry. But really, there are many other uses for ink refills besides just re-inking your pad. So if you haven't used it for anything else, you should check out like YouTube or Pinterest or something for some ideas. So these are the refills. And then, of course, the markers. So I'm excited to put this in my new storage system over here. And then lastly, for in colors, are the blends. So this is sort of unusual. This year, all 5 of the in colors have their color of blends. So blends are alcohol markers. They're sold in a set of 2, so you get the light shade and the dark shade of the same color. They're not sold individually, so it's $9 per pack. And if you are just getting started with blends, you want to check out this chart. I uploaded it over in my private Facebook group called Stamp with Cheryl. If you're not a member of that yet, you should search it and request to add, because I post lots of helpful resources like this chart. So it just sits up on my desk, and it's new. I just posted it because we have the 5 new colors that are over here. And then we actually had some colors that retired. So I left the retired ones on the chart, but I don't have an item number because you can't purchase those anymore. So the plan is I'm going to go fill in all of these so you can actually see the color, because sometimes the actual color of the lid doesn't really match up with what it actually looks like. So I find the chart is helpful for seeing that, but it's also helpful to check off which ones you already have so you're not accidentally buying duplicates. Okay. All right. And then because I'm getting new blends, I had to add more storage to my pre-order here. So if you haven't seen the storage system yet, I highly recommend it. I like it because it's customizable. And so, I just got 5 new colors of blends. And so I only need 2 of these to add to my system. So I'll probably save these other 3 for the future, or maybe I'll give them away as a gift or something like that. But anyhow, I needed 2 more shelves to add my blend colors. So I'll be working on that this afternoon. Okay, Also with the in colors, we've got lots of new ribbons, but I only got one. I don't buy a whole bunch of in color ribbons, but this is Pale Papaya, and it is that what it's called? I'm already forgetting. What's it say? Pale Papaya and white. And it's got, it's got this nice white trim on it. It's called woven ribbon. I always have a hard time with that word, woven. Haven't opened it yet, but so got that ribbon. Then there are some embellishments, and I think these are maybe some of the in colors. Yeah, it looks like it. These are little flower embellishments. It looks like they come in at least 2 different sizes, a big and a small flower. So lots of flowers in the spring catalog, or in the new annual catalog, which is not my favorite, but they're still pretty. So these are in color jewels. They're like rhinestones, very sparkly, in the 5 different in colors. So those are fun. These are called Silver and Clear Epoxy Essentials. And it looks like you get 2 sheets. One is clear and one is silver, and it looks like 3 different shapes: a circle, a diamond, and a raindrop. So those are new and coming. All right, now let's talk stamp sets. So one of the new stamp sets is Spiral Die. It's a tie-dye background stamp, and it is available just in the cling version. This year we've completely eliminated all wood stamps, so no more background wood stamps. But this could be fun. I'm actually going to be using this in my VIP club coming up this month, and there is room for 1 guest if anybody is interested in joining. It's just a one-time commitment. You come make 3 cards in exchange for placing a $25 order. And we're going to be doing the Joseph's coat technique. So I'll show you a sneak peek of one of the cards that we're making, because we're using this spiral die. It's tie-dye looking, but it's a little bit more advanced because it uses heat embossing and a technique called Joseph's coat. So if you're interested in that, check out my VIP club for April. Okay, here is another cute little stamp set called Party Puffins. And this was not on my wish list, but when I was placing my pre-order, it just sort of jumped out at me and I made the plunge and got it. I thought it was cute. So happy birthday. You're the best from all of us. So I sometimes really like the from all of us stamp sets because it's usually animals, it seems like, but it's just a fun way to send a card from more than one person. So I've got ideas for this in an upcoming class. All right, now this one I'm actually not supposed to show you because it was received as part of my on-tour registration. So Stampin' Up! Events are usually in person, but because of COVID, we're still doing online events. So I attended On Tour is what it's called. I attended it last night via Zoom. It was a 3-hour event, and anyone who registered for that gets this Etched in Nature stamp set, and I'm not supposed to show it to you until all of the On Tour events are over. But we were supposed to make a card using the stamp set, and then we did a virtual show and tell basically on Zoom last night. So this is the card, and I can't show it to you yet, but I really like the way it turned out. So I think I'm going to be using it as part of a swap. So if anybody's interested, if you're on my team and you want to participate in a swap, we have a team swap coming up. So I think I'm going to do that. Okay, let's talk some more bundles. So I got this is called Color and Contour Stamp Set. I like the font, how they use 2 different fonts in the same stamp. So You're Absolutely Amazing, Here for You Now, and In Better Days Ahead. So those 2 go together. Thank You for Everything, and So Very Happy for You. Okay, and then the dies that go with it. So if you buy it as a bundle, you save 10%. I think I made the plunge on this one just because of these scalloped rectangles here. So this makes a really quick and easy border on a card. And they just have some fun little stitchings on all of them. Each one's unique. And then this scalloped edge also. So Haven't made a sample with it yet, but I've got it ready to go for events coming up. And then this one I got was called Inspired Thoughts, and it goes with this die. I thought this is really cool with 4 different trees and then different leaves that you can sort of layer on top. And then if you want to make, I guess, another ground, and I guess that's the sun, if you want to put a sun up in the trees. But I like the trees, but I also like all these different sentiments. It's a variety. So it has some like Christmas ones. Here's Christmas, but a thanks, a congratulations, healing thoughts, sympathy. So it's got a little bit of everything. Anyhow, so it's called Inspired Thoughts with the Inspiring Canopy dies. And I think that's all I got, which is like way less than I normally get. But I think I'm more focused on some other things in there. Oh, I got one more thing. Sorry. These little trinkets. They're bumblebees and they're gold. And I've already used them on a card and they are really cute. So it goes with a bundle. I didn't get that bundle, but I still really like the bees. So got those. Okay. Let me just tell you about some upcoming events if you are local in Indianapolis and are interested in attending. These are the cards for April. And so in April, I always use all product that's retiring. So these products are while supplies last. And so if you're interested in making these 5 cards, you can tomorrow night at craft night or on Sunday at card class. It's $15 to make 5 cards, or you get your cards free when you place a $40 order. And on top of that, I have leftover celebration items. So if anybody places a $50 order with me, you can choose one of my leftover celebration items. So that's a fun thing. You can get the cards for free and a celebration item, even though celebration is over. Okay, so this is the waterfront stamp set, and I love this stamp set. You can do lakes, you can do mountains, you can do trees, and you can make lots of different images. We're also using the Well Wishes bundle that's retiring, and I am not selling that at our annual retired sale coming up on June 5th. I am holding on to these. These are like my favorite. So you can make your card whatever sentiment. There are so many to choose from. You don't need to do retirement. But doesn't that just look like a retirement card? And then it's also on Pretty Peacock, which is one of my favorite colors. Sad to see that in color leaving. Okay, this is also the well written or whatever words. So that's retiring. Though these letters are not retiring. So I just thought this plaid bundle made a fun background for a baby card. So the plaid stuff is retiring, but not these letters and not the rectangles. Those are also staying around. So I just thought this was a cute little baby card to use the plaid builders. Okay, this is Seaside Spray. That is a color that's leaving. This is I think it's called True Love Designer Series paper that will be leaving soon, and that is a bestseller. This is some pretty seaside ribbon, seaside spray ribbon with some silver accents in there. And then this embossing folder is leaving. It's called Scripty, I think. And then the Good Morning Magnolia stamp set. So the flower and the sentiment there, those are all leaving. So trying to use as much retiring as possible. Okay, so this chicken is not leaving. And in all honesty, I've already done a card class using the chicken. So if you're over the chicken, you don't need to put the chicken on there. Look, it would still be really cute, right? But the happy die is leaving. And the stamp set, you can do a birthday or you can do something else. You can just add more banners if you don't want the chicken. But I just thought it was cute having the balloon attached to his tail going through the P over there. Okay, and then this is on terracotta tile. This is another in color that's leaving. And then the last card, I couldn't decide. So I made 2, and if you come and make these cards this weekend, you can choose which of the 2 you want. They're both similar. They're both a sea kind of theme. This one's called High Tide, I think. And this one's called, I don't remember, Seaside View. Seaside View? Something like that. But you can pick and choose. it's using Misty Moonlight, and that color is not retiring. So, but anyhow, so those are some options there. Another thing I wanted to show you is this class is coming up. This was a product-based class where if you bought the dies and the stamp set, you could come and make these 4 cards. However, that deadline has passed. But if you're still interested in making these cards, you can come and just make the cards without buying the bundle and the stamp set. So 4 cards for $15, and the class is on April 17th in person or April 18th if you want the online version, because some people might prefer to make them at home. So no stamped images are included. Everything is going to just be die cut. And this is such a cute tuxedo card and suspenders. And so if you're interested in making these 4 cards, you can send your $15 via PayPal or Venmo or Zelle, and I'll get the package ready for you, and you can make them at the class or on your own. And then last event is an ice cream corner card class. And at this class, it's coming up on May 1st. Can't believe May is next month. It's $55, and that will get you the stamp set, the punch, 6 sheets of DSP, and a package of sprinkles. And then at the event, you will make 4 cards using all of your supplies. So here are the 4 cards that we're making. One is a shaker card. So these are the sprinkles that I was talking about here. And so it's fun to make a shaker card with that. The second one is a little bit more basic, but it's using this ribbon, which I'll provide at the class. And then the next one is Disney, because I just missed Disney World, and I'm hoping to get back there sometime soon when Corona. I cased this one from someone else. I don't remember who, but isn't it so cute? Just making it be Mickey and Minnie, like chocolate, what are those ice creams called? Can't remember. And then this one is fun. So it folds up like this to go in your envelope, but then it opens up like this, and you've got lots of ice cream cones, or big ice cream cone. What a mess that would make. But anyhow, so those are the 4 cards that you can make. If you don't already own the ice cream stamp set and punch, check out that class. Again, you can do it in person on May 1st, or you can do it online on May 2nd. And as of right now, all of my online classes are taking place over in my Facebook group called Stamp with Cheryl. So even if you don't have the supplies and you just want to watch and see what it's all about, you're welcome to do that too. It's open to everybody to just watch. So anyhow, thanks for watching. I hope you get a chance to look at the annual catalog soon. And just remember, I've got copies that I'm passing out tomorrow at craft night and Sunday at card class. Don't forget also to let me know which is your favorite in color. Happy crafting!